this. Okay. This is a group of people, civil engineering students, went to, they were assigned a project. And the project was, I don't know if I mentioned it, the project was take a piece of land outside the city, outside the university. This is the university. Outside the university is 100, I think I mentioned this, 100 meter and 100 meter. Did I mention this? Okay, that's okay. 100 meter, and do the topographical survey. Topographical survey is just elevations, that's it. You take the instrument, you put it there, and you read, and that was the task. So you divide this land into that, and you take elevation shots at every point, and you go back and you draw it, and you draw the contour lines. That was the task. So this group of people, whatever, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, look like 8, they went out, and one of them said, you know, let me just say, I am in the picture. Which one I am? I'm tempted to say, I am one of those. Which one I am? The fair question? That was years ago back home when I was civil engineering student in the 3rd year, I believe. Your professor is in this school. Which one is that young man that appears in the picture? Any guess? No? Select. Anyone? No? Really? This? No? I mean, I thought it's very clear. No? Come on. This one? Yeah, okay. That's the second. Okay. This is just has nothing to do with the story. I just want to have some association. Yeah, that was me. But the story and the reason why I'm sharing with you before I give you your project. This gentleman here, he said, I still remember his sentence. He said that I did some surveying instrument last year or last whatever in the summer. He said, I will do all the work for you. Give me the instrument, I put it there, and I will do all the measurements. And he was selecting the difficult part of the project. That was the difficult part, because you have to read. You have taken surveying class, right? Yeah. You have to read, you have to write. Then he said, next slide. It's a lot of work. He said, I'll do all the work. And all what you have to do is be the rod man, you know. You just hold the rod for him, do nothing. That rod man is nothing. You're not just standing there, make it straight. And he said, done, and you move to the next one. So there is one person in that group, I give him credit. He said, absolutely not. You are not going to do all the technical work, the interesting work. He wants to stand at this, and by the way, that instrument at that time, you're treating it as a piece of technology that you have never seen before. You know, you're just a student. It's not like right now you have internet and this. So one person from that group, I give him credit, he said, absolutely not. We all going to stand at the device. We all going to take turn. And we are going to divide those points. Some of us will read, and you leave, and then you become also, you, the one on the right-hand side, you also going to hold the rod, and he just backed up right away. He said, yeah, that makes sense. You know who that person who saw him? Absolutely not. That was me. I said, no, we will all divide. So why am I telling you this? I have seen some student who divide the work, and then one of them does very little, some of them does very anything. You're hurting yourself. I mean, to me, it's a group project. I don't know who did what. Years ago, I used to grade the student, and I asked them to grade each other, but I don't want to do that. So make sure when you are assigned to a certain task, let's say to do the estimate, you also make sure that you know how your colleague have done the work. So I always advise, that's the last thing I want to say is, yes, you could divide, there's nothing wrong with it, but also meet, right? Don't say you could meet in Zoom and you say, let's show us your work and criticize it. And some student I have seen that some of them do really good, and then they assign the work, some of the work to somebody, like I ask you questions, 33 questions. and they assign the answering the question to somebody, and he or she doesn't do a good job, and he hurt the whole group. So review your each other work. If there is somebody like this gentleman, I forget his name by the way, like this gentleman volunteer to do the hard work, don't give him, don't say thank you very much, go ahead and do it. Find somebody like this gentleman who, no, no. And by the way, those are still my friend. I don't know him. This, this are still my friend, and they still remember that. They still remember that. That yes, yes, thank you very much. Okay, and then